I don't know why the window capture is all busted. Down, transform, fit to screen, a little lower. Go, and we'll lock it. So this will be skeleton. We're using an imported. I can do that. Show. In these project folders, they'll be in NPC Sim. We're going to go with moving. Yeah. Human skull. Here we go. Bam. Extract it. Extract all. Extract. Sure. I like to put the zip back in there just so it's not blocking the view. Let's do this too. Cleaner. Okay, show. Blender. Oh, I've got two blend files open. What's that one? Back to this one. File. I'm going to import this human skull. Import. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. So I'll take these two, Alt P, clear apparent, and keep transform. And we're going to hide them. So oops, I should have also freed the teeth. Free the teeth. Set parent to object, keep transform. Perfect. Now, hide those. Delete, 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 delete. There we go. Alt H. Okay. So now, let's move up a little bit. Okay. So, do not have FaceIt installed. So let's go ahead and edit, preferences, install, Blender add-ons, FaceIt, install. Button. Save. Okay. Now I'm pretty interested to see how this will come out because it doesn't have lips. There's no lips. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to combine these. Gee, how complex are you? Not that bad. So register both of them. I'm going to choose the name skull. Yeah. Okay, undo registering them. So skull, head, and skull, jaw. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's go ahead and, oh, is it textured? Oh, it is. Nice. Dope. Okay, so I got that. Oh, I have a headache. So register both of them. Skull, head, you are main. Whoa. Now, we usually have to kind of assign sections of the mesh to be certain things. There's no eyeballs, which makes it easy. mandatory. We're just going to make a fake mesh. And if it is required, I definitely don't want to. Okay. A, Control R, Control A, Control A, all transforms. Perfect. All right, now back to this. Oh shit. Damn. Should have just done the rotation scale. Because I want it to rotate right there. Well, I guess it's not actually rotating here. Where's the jaw rotate? I guess it does rotate like right here. Right there. Whatever. Bang. Control A. Rotation and scale. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. 1. Draw. Shift D. Tab A. 6 S X -1. Shift N. Set those normals. Now we've got some eyeballs. I dot or underscore L and I underscore R. Perfect. Back to FaceIt. We will register those. You will be left. You will be right. And again, you're the main face. And you will be lower teeth. Interested to see how that goes. Go in here. L, 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 L. L will be upper teeth. And I guess if there are any lip motions, I can actually just remove those immediately. So this actually will be super easy. And then I should be able to get these nice kind of side to side motions, which is ideal. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. Something is low teeth. Okay. This could be interesting. Anything else? Ooh, rigid. Just like to make sure that back of the head, right about there, and there. To make that all rigid. Goofy. Okay. Now rig generally works there. And we'll just shoot for okay. Sure. It's gonna be weird. Project. So you'll just go back. You'll go right there. You go right there. You go right there. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that go right there. Unsure what that's going to look like at the end. Now these mouth ones. These will be wild. Really don't know how that's going to come out. But I can always just delete the broken shapes afterwards. Oh. Go there, there, and right there. Put that right there. Should have little nose motions too. That'll be fun. Really don't know. That's gonna do. Oh, I guess I'll actually make this a little bit higher. It's front view. Oh, my mouse. I ordered a new mouse because the mouse wheel on this is busted. And it's driving me crazy. That. That. You know what? Even higher. Right about there. I want to make room for the full eye thing. Try to make it as even as possible. I guess I'll blink. This is definitely going to be ugly for the first, before I tweak anything. It's definitely going to come out real funky. But that's okay. That's what learning's about. Hungry already. Wish I could order food. Oh, the mouth. The mouth shapes will definitely be deleted. It'll be interesting to see what it comes out like. Okay. Sure, generate a rig. Okay. Bind. Just waiting on it to load right now. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse? I'll have to fix that. Oh, no, it's there. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Load FaceIt expressions. Funny. All right, we'll definitely delete the blinks because that's bizarre. And the lip motions, but the jump open looked pretty good. Yeah, that's all creepy as hell. Whoa! That broke. Okay, so that was funny. So we're going to go through these and tweak them. Eye blink. That one we won't worry about because we'll be deleting. Looking. The looks will probably delete as well. And we'll be deleting the eyeballs. So that's all. That looks ish. Now I should be able to tweak some of the frames as well. I want the eyebrows in there. Nose sneer left, nose sneer right. One busted for sure. So we go to it. You know, I'll probably delete that one, but ARG. Cool. What's going on there? What is this doing? Focus. Still one more. That's way busted. G. There we go. Tab. Turn off auto record. Okay, so for the most part, for what it is, pretty good. Right. Bake. So bake everything. Perfect. And then just finalize. Yeah. Should move. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll just start getting rid of stuff we don't need. Cool. And the animation's there. So we'll just leave it on for a little bit longer. And what we want to do now is start deleting things we don't need. I blink left. I kind of like the subtle eye motion. You know, not the outright blinking, but kind of just a little, like, little subtle motions might be kind of fun. You can always delete them afterwards as well. Eye wide left. I'm gonna delete that. Eye wide right. Also delete. Actually, I think the eyes looking. Those won't make a lot of sense. Oh, the eyebrows will look good. Let's look bad. Jaw forward. That one we will also get rid of. Oh, will this even work in Unity? It should. We can always redo it real quick. I should have made another file, like a backup file, saving it. No, it's weird. So weird. Jaw open. Oh, I'm gonna back up a few. Interesting. None of these should affect him. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, let's combine them. one mesh. That way we can test both. Okay. So we've got this one. And we want to go in and edit it. Select. Oh, it's all separate objects. Unoptimized. Okay, it's not, the teeth aren't moving. That's fine. But we do want to, how do we do this? Mesh. Sort elements. Clean up. I think it's a clean up. No. Vertex. Blend from shape. Blend from shape basis. Blend from shape. Okay. So perfect. Do the same thing, or mouth close. We can just delete. Funnel. Also just delete. Pucker. Delete. Delete. Those all deleted. Brown. Dimple left. It's really just going to be jaw open, isn't it? What's this? Mouth roll. Mouth shrug. Nothing. All right, anything with mouth, I can delete. Yeah, these are the ones I definitely wanted to keep. Was the brow and stuff. Really hoping we can get still a lot of expression out of that. Weird that it affects the nose though. So tab. Edge, no. Vertice, blend from shape. Perfect. Nice. Now we do the same with this one. Tab, same selection. Vertex, blend from shape. Bam. Okay. Inner up. I think that's okay for moves. I don't know. It's weird. Vertex, blend from shape. Okay. Leave that. Cheek puff. Cheek. Those can all go. Nose sneer. Tongue out. Those can all go as well. Okay. Say it. We've got our skull. Oh! So now we're going to bring it into Unity. I'm gonna turn on my light and grab something to munch on. Hi, I return with a variety of random food: tangerines, tomatoes, salami, and pickles. And I got some cookies too. It's gonna be a finger food day. God damn it. If I can eat it. Hopefully you guys can hear me well. If not, oh well. So, Unity. I'm going to go ahead and make a folder for skeleton. And in there we'll create, let's see, skeleton test. In there. Okay. Okay. scene. Do. Save. Now we'll go. All right, we need to go back to Unity. And let's get this folder. Go and explore. Copy. And back to Blender, File, Export, FBX to here. And I'm going to export everything since there is nothing else in this scene. Just mesh, just in case. Do not apply modifiers because that gets rid of all the stuff we added. And no need for animation data. Go into skeleton.fbx, export. Now back to Unity. Take a bite. There he is. There's the boy. Flip him around. Let's bake the lighting really quick. So, this is really simple since it's a simple thing. Face cap. Pop that on there. We use position data. We'll just be moving the skeleton. Transform. There's no neck or spine. We also need the blend shape data. Nice. My fucking moves. Okay. Everything looks right. So play and grab my phone. We're going to go to the FaceCap app. Go live. Oh, ha ha ha. Seems to be working pretty well. Ha ha. So the eyebrow raises definitely a little weak. Wish I could have made those a little stronger. I think I could re-rig it and put the eye nestled in there. Well, you know what? I can just sculpt it. Whatever. There's so few blend shapes to worry about. Really, I could have sculpted all of these. It was just hard to know which ones I'd be keeping. Anyway, that came out pretty well. Easy peasy. And we'll go ahead and disconnect. And what else? Let's bring in the textures. Textures. Grab those, drop them into the skeleton folder. Fix now. Create a folder. Call it skeleton textures. Just drop those in there. Make a material skeleton. Drop that on there. Then grab the textures, put them into the correct spots. Boom. Boom. There. That doesn't work well. And the normal map. Normal map looks good though. Metallic and smoothness is definitely. Just pop that off. Should not be metallic in any way. Looking good though. Looking good. Wet. Nothing like a good old wet skull, right? Am I right? Yeah. Cool. Munchin. God, pickle is the best. Okay. So, what next? It's a good question. Excuse me. Oh, it's so hard. What is next? I want to go back into Unity and I want to change the eyebrows so that they're much more expressive. And then that's pretty much it. Right, so the squints, I could probably get rid of those. Brow down left. Brow down left. Let's kind of just go into Q, elastic deform, turn off mirroring. Q, turn again. And we'll just lower the whole thing. Brow down. Okay. And then brow down right. I'm going to copy that name, delete that, turn this one up to new shape key from mix, copying brow down. And as you see, it's the same. Delete all the keyframes. And we will just tell it to mirror shape key. It's definitely that one there. Mirror shape key. Wow, still busted as fuck. Okay, I'm doing all that fun stuff. Okay, so. God damn it. All right. Brow down. Wait. This is the real truth of game dev, having to redo everything a bunch. Okay. And then we'll go brow down right, turn that up, lower it, kind of mirror it. Just gonna eyeball it. Should be pretty close. Brow inner up. I really want that to kind of move the whole skull. No? Left up. What's going on? What's happening? Ooh. Oh, I think I'll leave that because this should be a quick thing and I don't want it to be too difficult for myself. Get in there and fine tune everything too much. Cool. Save. Back to object mode. Try to zoom out. Struggle to zoom out. Have a new mouse on the way. Oh wait, cancel. You want to put all those keyframes. Send file. Export. FBX. Yes. Export. Save. To Unity. It's refreshing. Ooh, I should have made sure to legacy blend was there. Didn't really seem to be a problem, thankfully, but never know. Mm, 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 mm. mm, mm, mm. Kind of do a mad. Mm. It's hard to get one eyebrow. Can't really do that on command very easily. Okay. That's good enough. Good enough. Hmm. Hmm. So, hmm. Pickles. Oh my god. My camera's been covering up so much of this. It's so sad. Well, then I'll show you guys one more time what's going on. See a little better. Oh! It is I, Skeletor. Fear me. I think I'll make the eyebrows go even further because I think it's hilarious. Or especially the brow down, because that really gives like an angry expression to come across, which is hilarious. All right, so back to here. Brow down left. Sculpt. Slick. Perfect. And we'll actually go into edit mode here. 1Z, right about the same selection, just right there. We actually want to go to vertex, propagate. Ooh, no, undo that, undo that. Not propagate. We want to do vertex, blend from shape. Going back to basis, but it looks like maybe a little bit too strong. Excuse me, I really just want to get the nose. That's all I'm really concerned about here. So, vertex, blend from pose. So now it should do just a little less squishing of the rest of the face. Vertex, blend from shape. Okay. So put that back. This one. Now sculpt that as well. Just bring it down, bring it way down. Double checking that. Oh, I need to, yeah, I need to smooth some of that out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but right there. It's quite a bit lower. I love that. It's hilarious. All right, so back to here. Turn that one on. We'll say for this one as well, blend from shape 1. And we're just going to go in here. Get rid of some squishy marks. See over here. Just right on the nose. Okay, 0. And then these ones. I think that's good. Should give it a lot more variety, even with just that small change. File, export, FBX. Okay. It's reloading. Perfect. Play. Let's test this bad boy out. Like that. I think that's pretty good. So we're gonna do that. He's just a simple skeleton, and we'll just save him in the prefabs folder up here. So we just drag him out. We should skeleton face. Drop him right there. He'll be an original prefab. Now we want to go to my thing. What thing? Thing, you know, my other scene, the vTuber folder here. Go into the vTubers and looking pretty good. Oh, didn't realize the skull was that much big. Let's see how this works. That's kind of cool, actually. So we will drop this into the vTuber controller folder. Make sure we've got our animation selected. So this one says both off, but we actually need to also add another property. Skeleton is active, false. Dariax on, so same thing. Skeleton, add, turn off. Dorian on, same thing. Add property, skeleton is active, and turn him off. Perfect. Create new clip. What did I see? It's vTuber anims skeleton on. Add property. Dariax. Dorian. Skeleton. And just you are on. Oh, this can be deleted over here. Delete. Back to, just want to make sure it didn't put the. Perfect. Now we'll go to the animator. We've got skeleton on here. What we need to do is delete that transition, make a new transition. This one is also the swap trigger. So it'll start, immediately go into Dariax on, and then every time I hit the swap button right here, it goes down, down, then up. This transition. Oops. That. Oh, bam. Okay. Give it a shot. Eat a pickle. Maybe wondering why it's so green, but I'll explain that in a second. Oh, it's working. Swap. Oh. Ah. That's wrong. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe the skeleton is in fact just moving too far. That sucks. Okay. So we want to go back here. Look at this transform. How much did we shrink? Wait, what? How fucking big is this skull? Pickle eating ass. That's true. About to get banned if you say ass again. And yeah, you're gone. Not playing. Okay, so I want to go ahead and figure out the sizing here. So for the scale, it should be much smaller. But now I have to. No, don't call me an ass. I think that's pretty straightforward. All right, so this one is 1 meter. And so roughly, very roughly half meter. So let's go into here, add a cube. This is 2 meters, so 125 would be half a meter. So let's go ahead and shrink this down. 0.6. Right about there. And just double check the size. I need the scale. It's really a step. Save there. This is Blender, but the other thing, that's Unity, the game engine. So got that. And we just want to export FBX, skeleton FBX. Scale should be right. The characters are scaled. But yeah, so I'm making the skeleton in Blender, and then I'm bringing it into Unity so I can animate it with my face. Which I'll show you in just a second. But I have to make sure everything's correct first. So he's like extra tiny. Why is it so small? Uh, correct. So I'm making the blend shapes in the other thing. Okay, so we're going to go back to characters, skeleton test. Save that folder. How many shapes does this software need? No, ARKit needs like 60. So this is using ARKit, so it is the same step. For the skeleton, though, it's a lot less. So just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 9. I mean, you wouldn't want the other ones because it looks weird on a skeleton. And now we want to double check the skeleton import scale factor. Convert units. What if I just say don't convert? Then you're ginormous. Or are you? Just a normal size now. Okay. Do you manually pose the bench shapes or using some kind of generator? I'm using FaceIt, which is you can find it on the Blender market. It's definitely worth your time if you're going to be doing a lot of them. I mean, man, the amount of guessing you have to do just sculpting everything by hand, it's a nightmare. It's easier to just get like 80% of it done with the generator. Tangerines, salami, pickles, and tomatoes. But yeah, I love pickles. That was a tomato I just had. All right, we're hopping into vTuber scene again. This is a much more reasonable size. I mean, I do that. That's I can't. I will embrace that judgment. I was a pickle. Well, the trick is. So here's the thing. There's a lot of really bad pickles out there. You have to get the kosher dill pickles. If you're not eating kosher dill pickles, then you are definitely some sort of masochist, or the everything else tastes like garbage. But I really love the kosher dill pickles. They're kind of sweet, they're crunchy. Other pickles are like kind of really tough, like fleshy. Can't do that. Culture differences. I'll sit and eat kimchi out of the jar, so I can't say shit. I love kimchi as well. I love pickled things. Um, Especially as time has gone on, I've liked it a lot more and more. Have you ever had sprats? It's a sprats. They're like a fish, um, but like Russians and Ukrainians will can them in like a tin, and yeah, so it's like pickled fish, not pickled. I guess oil. I don't know the difference there, but all right. So let's test this out real quick. Like anchovies, exactly. I like the sprats a little bit more than anchovies, though. They're like it's a lot heartier and richer. Let it go. Yeah, so it is working. Oh, those are my other characters that I've made. So I made Dariax. He's working quite well. Made Dorian. Oh, that's right. The other ones aren't even using position data. That's what I'm messing up. So let's turn that off. Apply that and go back in. Now it should be working pretty well. But it'll just be rotating once, which is kind of a bummer. Ooh, but it still looks pretty fun. All right, so I guess even if I'm making just a head, I should be making a chest, a neck, and uh, just a neck rig, at least a neck. Give it a nice rotation. This for D&D, yes. I'm hoping to get a lot of D&D um, uh, streamers make VTubers for them. So these characters are from Critical Role's latest campaign, Exandria Unlimited, but they're all the other guys are. Oh, that's interesting. I'll just I'll just show them one at a time. Dariax. So he's Matt Mercer's character in the latest campaign, and then the other one is Dorian. But I'm making little custom apps and stuff. Your racing class go. Oh man, I'm not in an active campaign. So what was my last one? I was a hobgoblin um, gunslinger. It was like a Western half orc barbarian. Nice. Or barbarian. Barbarian. That's cool. Kind of like a druid class. Okay. Got this and this. I'm going to go ahead and now test it in OBS. What's cool is through Unity, I can make a build and then overlay it on OBS. It's like the totem of the bear spec barbarian. Interesting. Any shape shifting? Oh. Darn. Okay, VTuber. Let's cancel that. Go to Unreal Unity projects, builds, VTuber, delete. And now build and run. VTuber. Bam. Totem of the bear spec barbarian. Yeah, I've really wanting to get back into D&D. I've just talked to someone that's getting the campaign going, so I might be jumping back into one soon. I also thought of using all my characters and stuff that I'm making here and kind of DMing some sort of something on here. Oh yeah, here we go. So we got the guy. Now we want to go to OBS. I'm going to change it so you're not looking at such a strong green. So add another. What would it be? Window capture. Yeah, window capture. Window capture. This one should be vTuber. Okay, and we'll do. That should be right. Dariax face cap. Why is it showing Unity? It's because I have Unity open. Showed it for like a split second. Do that's wrong. Sure. Oh, why is it so orange? Just test it really quick. My eyes, darling. I think ignore carry weight. Now that's useful. Just a big beefy boy. The ignore carry weight would be super useful. Does that mean that you are unencumbered or that you can carry an unlimited amount of things? I could add idle animations. It definitely adds complexity and may not be necessary for streamers. That would be something I would just like let them know as possible and they could charge money. Or I would just charge them for any animations they'd want. Oh, filters. There we go. That looks a little funny, so just swap that here. Yeah, now we've got it working. Got it working. Yeah, me and Darius. We should be able to set it up in the future. Wouldn't that be hard to do? I'm very interested in the VTuber space, learning ZBrush now. Idle animation is something I'd be super eager to try to make look natural. I mean, if as I imagine it, they're just going to have their phone set up the whole time. So, whatever they're doing is the idle animation. And that will get a lot, It's just here, I'll just show you. You'll just be sitting there. Boom. This. So, just talking, and I need to put it on a stand so the rotation isn't as extreme. But yeah, so whatever you're just sitting there listening. Yada yada. You get the idea. But I think nothing's more expressive. I mean, facial motion capture data is definitely expressive on its own. Mouse isn't working. That would be super cool. That is definitely something I would just charge extra for, depending on what the player wants or the streamer. It's not something I would add for myself for the most part, unless that's something specific. I can see a lot of animations like for example, like a fire coming up behind a player or something. But oh, oh, that's cool. Pleased with that. But it's just a little floating skull. Yeah. Ooh. While face capture controls the head and look and face, as in face. So what I just bought is a Leap controller, which is you're probably familiar with it, but little thing goes on your desktop and it'll track your hands. So my hope is to um, incorporate these two things, the face cap and then the hand tracking. So players could also make gestures and stuff. But I think for the nature of a stream, I mean, most streams right now are just a webcam of a person, um, or like even just a painting or illustration. And so I think this is pretty competitive with that um, already. I think I would love to add a lot of these things, but every additional thing is is more time. And man, animation takes up a lot of time because it's hard to get to for it to look right. Um, that's why I like the facial mocap stuff, because there's a lot of like nuance that you can get right out of the box, uh, instead of just having to, I don't know, suffer through hand animating everything. Um, yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna pop open some sculptures and just continue working on these. So I'm going to be making more characters. Oh, I should set up my phone so that it's connect. Yeah. See me? Perfect. That's a little. Okay, let's do that. Oops. We gotta copy this. It's funny that it's. Let's see. Transform. Flip horizontal. Nice. Now it matches mine. Perfect. It works decently well. Yeah, for sure. I'm just thinking bigger picture more for me personally. Love to have a more produced VTuber proof of concept. Love how like how Code Miko's pushed the concept. I agree. And she was a big part of my initial research and push into learning about this stuff. Um, I think the metahumans will be huge, but as much as they give like a leg up to making characters, most D&D characters are non-humans, so you still need a lot of tweaking and custom art. So I think there's going to be a huge, huge market for artists making characters for people. At least that's the hope, right? Where'd my pen go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just switch this back to window capture instead. But yeah, I really hope to. I mean, if you build some VTubers and we want to do a VTuber only stream, I would be so down for that because, oh, yeah, yeah, I think that I will definitely be contacting some people about that. It'd be super cool to have. I should give. I should tweak the jaw so it opens a little faster. Love to see a little cottage industry pop up for concept arts, character designers, and animators. I think it'll be more than. I think it's just bound to get bigger. Whatever is the default now, I think the metaverse only gets bigger from here. You know, in 20 years, every video game is going to have your personal character in there. Even 10 years. It's like everyone's going to have their Ready Player One avatar. Oh, I'll be right back. That's my laundry. Exactly. Oasis. Okay. Okay. Baby blue arrow. Arrow? What, my bed? No, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Hmm. Oh, my chair? It's an IKEA. I'm not sure. I think it's turquoise. Sure, though. No, this is a cheap ass chair. But most importantly, I've got a big, uh, what's that called? It's like a trucker cushion. And that has helped my spine out quite a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to turn this lady into a character. Another animated character soon. I've got some skin alphas. I'm going to be looking to mess around with those. Swap. VTuber. Ooh, I should just set it on a timer so it's automatically switching characters all the time. Okay, there we go. And lock that. What do you use to texture? Um, I usually use Substance Painter, but I'm finding that like for normal details and stuff or skin texture, probably best to do everything inside just the sculpting phase. Um, there's an add-on, or someone just came out with like a free add-on that's a Blender Baker, so you can bake textures or bake your shaders down into textures. And I might end up just going with that for the most part. I'm going to play around with it at some point, but I think that will be far more useful because I spend a lot of time working in Blender. I think it's awesome. Definitely, definitely really shortens the time between uh, idea to asset. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, so that's why I use the texture. I'll be texturing this character in Substance Painter for sure. Need to get my alphas. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing, but I'm downloading some resources. Library. Exclusively Blender for about a year and a half. Just left a ZBrush. Pretty frustrating. Yes. I think their interface is just hot garbage. I have never enjoyed it. It's not intuitive. And I think I would rather just spend that time learning it sculpting. I'd rather be sculpting. uh, but I don't want to turn you away from it. And I mean, clearly people are making kick-ass work in it, so um, I can only judge from a distance. Downloading my alpha textures. 2021 resources. Yeah, but I really do not like the UI interface there. I think it could use some work. Really wanted stuff. At this point, I want to learn it just because if other people can use it, I can. But the pull to go back to Blender is strong. I think Blender has a lot of really big players kind of entering in their support for it now. Unreal, uh, Ubisoft, Eyes of Osiris. Hey, yo, hello. Welcome. I'm sculpting and making another VTuber. You can see the one above. He's doing his thing, copying me. I made a few others too. If you want to check those out, check it. Got Dariax and Dorian from Exander Unlimited, and I just added a skull today. Ah. um, anyway, uh, sorry, I have to find something to get the Zarar open. Zarar file opener. Yeah, that's 7-zip. Notification out. Okay. Open with our 7-zip. Extract here. Bada boom. Just got back into 3D modeling recently since it's now official that I'm going to school for it. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations. Um, that is super exciting. I'm actually going to be teaching a class, an online class for learning Blender. Maybe I'll do some of that stuff here eventually. But good job. That's awesome. You're always welcome to share your work or Twitters and stuff. Blender's Guru's Donut Twirl for like the 4th time. Good luck. There's a lot of new geometry node stuff coming out, which is pretty cool. Cool and exciting. Yeah. Been meaning to get into that at some point, but uh, learning takes time. Tool. We're going to make a tool. Sculpt mode. Wishes we're just ready to go. Textures. Alphas. Okay. How do I do this again? Texture. New. No. Blender Guru never helped it click for me, at least beyond the basic controls. Really like Grant Abbott's get good at Blender. He's pretty good. Magnum opus called, I think it's a U. Opus. Well, that's exciting. Definitely wishing you well. You're welcome to share that your end result here. So maybe go to image editor. Come on. Come on, Blender. We're going to open resources, alphas. I don't know what pour. Ooh. Ooh. Does your institution use Blender? Are you referring to the our Osiris's school? Still years off since I have to go to school and get some real experience. Well, what I will say is that almost all of Blender is just muscle memory and then getting good at Google searching. It's really just the two skills of, of course, art comes into artistic taste and things like that, but just really be okay breaking your Blender files. Save, back up, and just get used to those hotkeys. Yeah. Though I use Blender professionally, I think that if you're able to use the tools that you're most used to, it's good. As long as you can get the end result for people. Tool. Texture. Why isn't this available? Okay, I have to do a quick Google search. Blender import. What the? Oh, okay. Make a new brush that way. Ah, I see. Okay, so I make a texture here, and then I open it like that. Okay. Boop. Open. And now I have access to it. Cool. Mapping. Stencil. Stencil would be nice, but. Industry standard pipeline. Da-da-da. Full sail. Blender is totally capable. I think full sail will probably use mine and ZBrush. That's what I thought, but I started with Blender originally, so I'll just learn from for flexibility. Yeah. Um, yeah, just getting Blender every day and do a sculpture. It's gonna it's gonna help the most. Hmm. This is not what I wanted from this. Advanced sculpt plane. View plane. Ah, interesting. I should really back this up before I do any sculpting. Smooth that out. File, save copy. Human lady. Bada boom. It's got to learn Unity and Unreal, but I still haven't decided that part yet. But again, I may just learn both. Learning both is, you're going to be juggling a lot. Just feel like since I'm a little further down the line, just in terms of what you're dealing with, just remember that everything you're discussing is a profession on its own. Unreal is a profession. Blender is a profession. Maya is its own profession. Um, Unreal is definitely it has its perks, but it's takes up there's less of a market in terms of games. More game studios are using a Unity because it's straightforward and really nice for app development and mobile stuff. Um, but and I'm interested to see what how people end up using it for streaming and stuff. I think that'll be quite exciting. Excuse me. Let's do 0.003. But I mean, learning anything and everything, that's what it's all about. I think that as long as you stay hungry, but you want to make sure that you are, don't push into it just for the sake of learning. You kind of want to go into learning something for the sake of being able to make something at the end of it. Don't learn Blender to just generally get good at Blender. Like go, oh, I want to be able to make this with Blender, this thing, a character. Um, I want to learn rigging when I get into it. It's hard. It's really easy to just get addicted to going through online tutorials. Learn the basics, then decide from there. UE5's presentation excited me. Yeah, let's see if Unity has some sort of follow up to that. Mm, Heck yeah, VR chat models. Developer perspective is better. That's a good question. I honestly don't know. That usually won't affect artists because unless you are an indie developer, if you're making games on your own, then you should definitely take the consideration. But most of the time, it's someone someone that's hiring you is going to be worrying about that. That's one texture. Let's make another texture. Please let me use my mouse. Come on. Save this. Open up a new alpha. Hand palm, my pores. What are these? Let's see what that's like. Well, good on you for making VR chat models. That's always that. I think that's definitely something you can put in your portfolio. Just knowing how to get everything set up. This is definitely a skill into itself, unto itself. Really add details like this very often, so I'm just kind of guessing. Oop, that's too big. Zoom in. Need like little streaks. Go to draw sharp. Just tiny little wrinkles and stuff. Really into fighting games like Tekken with 3D movement, anime fighters like over here, fast pace and combo systems. We want to make a did I make a full fledged 3D fighter with pace? That's awesome. That's very very cool. Short term goals to prevent burnout. Yeah, I think for video games, just make it short and sweet. Just do a bunch of really small things that you can sink your teeth into and fail fail at. You want to learn how to fail well. Get good at failing. Um, because with game development, it happens all the time. Like, failure is the way. Is the way. Even smaller. Mhm. Excuse me. Let's get rid of this texture. Make a new brush in just a second. Oh, come on. did a really crappy 2D single platform as an initial game last year to see if I can make something simple. That's awesome. I think you should be quite proud of that. There's, it's really easy to get disheartened in making games and stuff because it takes a lot of time. It's difficult. Just take that win. Like what is the percentage of people that have made a game? If you can just get, you're already in like an exclusive club just having made even a small game, even one just for yourself. Does that make sense? Did I not change the draw sharp? No, I wanted to do the Q draw, make a new one there. And this one will be have texture. Okay, there we go. Well, I certainly wish you well in getting schooled up and um, entering this field. I do think that you should be prepared for it being really difficult. I think the desire to make everything is is hard. I relate to that pretty strongly. Um, yeah, little fine details there. Just kind of you get good at adding details. Only a few days since it was just a horrible mesh of free Unity assets. Always do not plan on making games with finished assets. Start with the art at the end. Do everything you can to leave the art to the last possible moment, because the more time you spent revising your art, it can become a trap. Anyway, you don't need my advice. It's just you'll have some fun learning times. But it sounds like you're on the right track. You know, just enjoy the process. Is this your first time entering college? Sorry for the sound of ASMR tangerine peeling. Mm. Tangerines are so good though. Okay. So we've got her. Gotta think of the steps to take. Right step. But yeah, if anyone is interested in getting a VTuber made for them, let me know. because that's something I can help with, or any video game assets. Check in with yourself about how you feel when you're getting out of it. I lived in a city with a full sale up until 2 years ago and heard mixed reviews. Yeah, I think I've heard some mixed things as well. Just take advantage of the networking connections while you're in college. Like, just gonna be frank, that's really what makes a difference. You can put your shoulder in the yoke as much as you want, but if no one, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around, does it make a sound? Probably not, because noise or vibration is different than sound. Sound is perception. If no one can perceive your work, then no one knows about it. Some people will say you gotta get out what you put in. Some people say it's all about networking while you're there. Some people say it wasn't worth it. Definitely depends. I would just assume if you're entering game dev or game art, you are your teacher. There's like learning how to search things, find things, and implement them yourselves. That's huge. Um, Unless you're going into a bigger company, but even on a lot of small studios, they really, if you're on a 3-man team, then you're the art or person. You're the art person. Everything that goes into the art world, you have to have some knowledge of, and if you're on a really small team, but that happens a lot, and it's difficult. Tangerine sour. All right. So for NPCs, I want to. I think I need to give them like a base outfit. Smart. %, agreed. Hmm. Also, there's tons of game dev groups in a lot of major cities. So, if you're near Los Angeles, or just go to meetup.com, see if there's groups that meet. That's always really fun. Hmm. I suppose I should make some hair for her. Sorry, I'm just writing notes for myself to plan out next steps. Didn't really intend initially to stream this long, but fun to hang out with people that are discussing game dev stuff. Hmm. Yeah, the old man started. Might as well just get him right. Yeah. Maybe I should start a new Retopo project. I should just finish the one already started. See, NPC, old man, old body base. Where is he? Human. Okay. I looked at my city, but it's pretty dead here. I'm over in the Game Dev League Discord. I am as well. It's always internet game jams going on. That is true. That's true. So this guy. Turn off the sculpture. Okay. So we got this guy. The mouth there. Perfect. So I'm gonna take this. And his mouth's a little bit smaller, so we'll shrink it down some. So this 0.8 objects at original geometry. There. Fine. Ooh. Never mind. We want to go here. Let's have a mirror modifier. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry for not talking too much. Kind of spacing out right now. Wireframe. I don't want the wireframe. Don't know why I can still see it. Just that object. So viewport display. There we go. So we're going to combine mouth with body. First, apply the mirror. Bam. Then combine mouth. Go in here and we'll bridge edge loops. And we'll do it with a merge. Or no, I should. No, that'd work. Bridge edge loops. Merge. But merge at there. We're actually going to add a seam. Mark seam. So we can select based on the seam. Select based on the seam. Hide body. Oh no. Okay, now hide. And we're just going to take everything else. Let's move it forward. There we go, GY. Nothing's poking through. Good. I think that's about as good as it's going to get for the mouth. Back to rendered view. So, UV edit. Got this guy. Select him based on just this material. That's good. It's already baked. The eyes and gums, though. Select that. Okay, everything's laid out nicely. Probably just add a simple Photoshop texture. Nothing too crazy right now. That's pretty much good to go. Oh, eyes. We'll just do a straight up UV sphere for this. Project from view. Something like that. Suppose in the future I'd want all the different sections to line up so I can have a bunch of different eye textures. It's the hard part about a lot of this game art is like, okay, I want to set it up so I can reuse it later. Always difficult to kind of see that far ahead all the time. It's like, I want to make a bunch of different eye textures that I can put on all my different characters, but that means they have to have the same UV map, yada yada. Okay. And just call it add a modifier. This will be a mirror modifier. Guys. Okay. Things are looking pretty good. How do I want to approach this with the face cap stuff? Give myself a pickle. Crunchy. Oh, sick. Oh, wait. No, that's right. Okay, that's the front of the eye. That's the back of the eye. Mouth is in there. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to make a backup. Save copy. Backup. Bada boom. Now we will start laying everything out. We'll do general layout. There we go. Select everything. I'm going to move everything up. A little bit more reasonable. How big is a cube? So we want his head roughly that size. That is my cat in the background yelling about something. Okay, so his head fits in the box. Means it's roughly the same size as my other characters. That's fine. Because I'll just combine them later. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. FaceIt. Register. Got the eyes. You will be the main body. I go in here. Ooh, I should definitely fly this. Now you are the left eyeball. You are the right eyeball. I go in here. Select. Hide that. We will first get all the bottom teeth. L, or no, I can just do bada boom. Oh, I got the tongue. This is always difficult because for this FaceIt thing, you have to make a bunch of very specific vector groups. So first we're going to get all the teeth. I think this is the best way to do it. Doop, doop, a doop, 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 doop. Doop. One more tooth tucked away. Much higher than the rest. That's okay. Lower T and hide. Now we will go ahead and also grab the necessary vertices here. Just this stuff. Bam. Bam. Okay, looks good. Lower teeth as well. Can I just hide them? Why not? That is all. Tongue. Hide it. Now we just have this stuff. But it should just be these tops here. Bada boom. We should just do the teeth, just easier to grab things. Bam. Bam. Now mark that upper teeth. Perfect. Hide it. And we're going to grab all these other top points. I want to make sure we're not grabbing these ones, just the very top faces. Can't wait for a freaking AI. So nice to just have to do this only once and then teach some program how to do it. Okay, so top done. Mark that upper teeth as well. Alt H, everything is. Just gonna go to. What else? We need to go ahead and mark what should not be deformed. Should be mostly this stuff. Do leave a decent amount of space on the neck for deformation. Nothing on his ears should be moving. At least this part of the ear. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Mark it rigid. Boom. So we got the eyes, we got the teeth, got the tongue. That should be pretty much everything. So go here, rig, generate landmarks. Bam. Bada boom. So doop, doop. Rotate it like that. Something about right there. Is squeaking. She's a squeaker. Oops. It was pretty spot on. It's pretty accurate with that first pass of the setup. She wanted. All right. Project landmarks. Now, so there. Lux. What's going on? What is going on? What? Slowly getting closer to my room, yelling. It's because she ate. She always yells after she ate. I don't know why. She likes yelling. Isn't that right? It's because I got salami here. She wants that salami. Yes, you do. Ooh, teeth are busted. So I'll just do it here. Remove these from upper teeth. Remove lower teeth. Assign. If that doesn't fix it, I'll have to go back to the beginning, redo that stuff again. Ugh. Generate reg, bind. Yes, yes, yes. What is breaking? So now it's the upper teeth. Something I did not get that right. Back to Linux. So back to the rig. Doop, doop, doop. I think it's because I was hiding them. I do believe that it shouldn't happen, but when you hide vertices with the H button, that doesn't mean they're unselected, which is stupid. So assign these to upper teeth and remove these from lower teeth. Okay, never generate rig, bind it. Okay. You want to say hi? Chunky baby. Chunky baby. Chunky baby. What? Okay. Perfect. Teeth are looking good. He's running. We're going to save another copy for the human backup. Save. And now we will bake the shape keys. Okay. And for this one, we're also going to make an armature. Didn't do that for the skeleton. Wish I had. chest, neck, head. Wow. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Hickad. And now bind. Okay. We should call this old man scale. Old man. Old man. Eyes. No, we might as well just combine them. Now it's just one object. Parent him to this mat, to the armature. Automatic weights. Okay. Now we go here. Wait. Take a look at what's going on. So, ooh. Gosh darn it. Okay. Whatever. That's okay. So we're just going to select everything right about along this level. Bam. Sign it head. That should be close. Should be close enough. Just kind of smooth it out. Smooth it out. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Then we go look at neck. And we're going to do in levels offset -1. Is that how it works? What? Yeah, I was pretty clearly working on the neck there. So yeah, shrink and gain. 8. Perfect. Need much up here. Nice. Okay. Save. One final check. And we'll levels as well. Offset 0. God damn it. Blend. Perfect. Okay, up here. Yeah. Smooth. Smooth. So smooth. Nice. Okay. Pretty good. Really rough. Like that. It's so bad. It's because I pushed down the chest too much. So we'll do weights, levels, gain. We'll actually do 0.2 preset. So we can kind of get rid of some of this junk. Smooth, 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 smooth. Nice, that looks a lot better. Back to object mode. Control tab, AR, RX. Nice. A lot better. A lot better. Okay. Good enough. So now, this guy is basically done. I'm going to select both of them. Oh, and we're going to delete the animation, delete keyframes. Now, file, export, FBX. This will go to, perfect, it's already an NPC. We want to, that's okay. Okay, go to Unity. Not that Unity. Do Unity. Here. Find the characters folder. Show and explore. Copy that path. Go to Blender. I know you can't see my export settings here, but trust me, they're there. Make a new folder. This will be old man, or I'm going to call him human old man. Bada boom. And armature and mesh, selected objects. Geometry. Apply modifiers. Take that off. Take off bake animation. Add leaf bones. No. Export. Save. Things are going well. Now we're going to switch your view here so you can see me work in Unity. So it's getting imported. And I've made a folder, human old man. We're going to create another scene. Old man test. That open. Drag him out. Turn him around 180 degrees. Create another folder. Old man textures, which we will populate with a substance painter file in a little while. For now, we're just going to keep it like this. And I hate the harsh lighting that default Unity has, so we're going to swap that out. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now we've got him. We need to change his import settings, a few things. First, legacy blend shapes. Second, do not convert units. And then we'll grab him. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Should have converted units. Yeah. Let's delete that. Whoopsies. So, yes, actually convert units. Apply. I think with an armature, Blender does not. If an object has an armature, the scale of it is more correct relative to Unity than it usually is. Just a guess. All right, we got it. Add face cap. Perfect. You are looking at the mesh here. I use rotation data for the neck and spine as well. Head, neck, spine. Everything looks good there. Let's go ahead and hit play, and it should just work. Oh, okay, I have to turn off my skeleton. My skeleton. I'll try again. Oh, it's working. Weird. Oh, the mouth is blood red. It looks so evil. uh, okay, then we'll have to make two materials, one for the mouth, the other for his body. And oh, his eyes. His eyes. Mm, let's do it quick. I'm running out of steam here. Oh God! Don't look at that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we have to. Right, I moved the folder that they're in. This cat. What? What? What is going on? Do you need to open a new one? No. Want to look out the window? Okay. So now, file, export, textures. Definitely get sleepy now. Characters, human old man, textures. Select folder. Gonna go to find the toy. Did you find the toy? Feature 16 bits. Export. Save settings. Back to Unity. What are you doing? She's sticking her paws up behind the table. That's so cute. You're so cute. Um, I'd put her on my desk, but there's food here, and she will eat it. AO. And, oh, metallic smoothness. No. He's so shiny. What a glistening old man. Quite shiny. So right around there, right? Lighting's really blown out. Do, 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 do. All right, two textures, real quick. First is, bam, we're going to go to UV editing. We're going to select eyes and gums. Select. Now in here, UV. We're going to export UV layout. Might as well do it in the old man textures folder. And we're going to call this old man mouth. 1024. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Export. Now we're going to do the same for the eye. Uh-oh. Why don't you have... do that. Yeah. Crap. It's so annoying. Can I just merge them? What? Blender, merge, UV maps. To combine UVs, you need to combine the objects. Okay, so let's just go ahead and separate the eyes really quick. Copy that name, delete it, add it back, double check. You should be called UV map. Control J, tab A. Didn't work. Okay, back to the eyes. Back to the eyes. Tab A. Okay, I did that wrong. That, UV map. This, A. Yeah, just remove that one. You will be called UV map. Now we combine. Bada boom. Perfect. Like I intended. Now we go here, UV, export UV layout. Old man textures. Old man eyes. Bada boom. Bobbity 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 boom. You can eat. Old man textures. Oh boy, get sleepy. If y'all have any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. And again, I am open for VTuber commissions. Please keep that in mind. Or if you know any streamers who may be looking for VTubers for D&D campaigns, whatever, let me know. Miley, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm making an old man that I will then become. So get excited for that. Right now I'm making his eyeballs. Pupil texture. Perfect. I'm going to take this one. Copy image. Paste image. Image, a new tab. Okay. But welcome to the stream, Miley. Appreciate you saying hi. And I don't know, somewhere right around there. Does that look good? And I'll also do that. Let's turn that off real quick. And let's just combine them, save, go back here. And we're going to make new material. Just let me rename it. Eyes. Delete. drop this texture in there, then drop the material onto his eyeballs. Wonder why it's not working. Realize it's because I need to re-export this character. File, export, FBX. I'm going to overwrite that file. Perfect. Go back here. Bam. Now he's got weird, huge eyeballs. Shrink this a little. Shrink that. About half the size, right? Somewhere right there. Turn that back on. Save. Check it. Oh, combine. Then save. Check it out. It's a little cross-eyed, but I think that's okay for right now. Should just move it over a little bit. That's probably not how you want to do that, but you know what? It worked. And we also want to make his eyes shiny. Okay. So he's got some stunning eyes. Oh, now we want to do his mouth. So let's go ahead and this is perfect. We'll just close that. Now we're going to go to Unity, open his mouth, textures. These will be super quick. We'll just do G, red, darker red, a saturated red, a little bit brighter than that. No, I guess it should be like kind of pinkish. It's not like red, a little pink. Yeah, selected pink. I'd like you to make it the color I selected. There we go. Don't do that. And Alt. We'll cut that out. Bam. Now. Bam. Turn that off. Save. Oh, wait. Combine. Control E, Control S. Back to here. And take a look inside this mouth. Also going to duplicate. Excuse me, this material. Call it mouth. Swap out that texture for this one. And then drop it right there. Bada boom. And now, Miley, if you're still here, you're going to get a kick out of this. Check it out. Connect. Bada boom. Oh, what the hell is teeth? Oh no. His teeth are really broken. But everything else looked pretty good. Nice. Nice. That looks good. But anyway. Oh. 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 I should be able to fix this by testing out the blend shapes. Hopefully. If not, everything's fucked. But that's okay. And I'll have to redo the mesh. It wouldn't take that much time. It's just okay, but I do want to finish it tonight. At least the textures are done. Alright, so going back in here, let's hide the armature. Taking a look at his mesh now. We specifically want to look at all these blend shapes. I'm going to take a look from the inside. And it should be anything related to the jaw. forward. Was it just the bottom teeth that messed up? That all looks pretty good. So perhaps it's actually the armature. Most likely that is what's going on. Yeah. So what we want to do is go here, grab everything, or grab head, select. No. Let's go material, select that, and then in this vertex groups, remove it, chest and neck. Oops. So one stray vertex that. Remove it, chest and neck. Tab. Ooh, what the fuck is going on there? What the? And maybe also reassign it to header. What the heck? Oh my god. It's not one thing, it's another thing, am I right? Am I right? But I fixed that problem. So what the heck is that problem? Okay, the question is, not a question anymore. I have to redo this. Okay. First step. Old man. Back up. Save him. Hide him. These ones, we will go ahead and remove everything. Delete all groups. Delete all shapes. Now we're very quickly just going to do the same FaceIt step as before. I'm going to register the selected object and begin main. And selecting everything. Left up, right fall. Here, Z. Everything right about here. Will be part of the rigid group. Rigid means it shouldn't move. Or specifically that I don't want it to move. Apply that to rigid. Perfect. Now we're also going to select based on seam. Hide that. Select, hide that. Now looking at, oh god, just stop. Please. Nice. Should have made better use of those seams before. Bam, 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 bam. No, that's fine. Just visually confirm. Yep, there was a few strays. Nice. Upper teeth. Now, L, L. Lower teeth. Nice. And finally, tongue. That should be everything. Got it. Stop. And now we will make another backup. Save copy. Save. And let's go ahead and start rigging. Generate landmarks. Bam. Bam. Right around there. Excuse me. Mm-mm-mm. Bam. 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 Turn that. Drop it right about there. Got the eyebrows. Unfortunately, we have to re-rig everything, but that's just how it goes. They say life is suffering. That's a little extreme, but no, it's not. That's exactly what game development is, suffering. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and generate that face rig. Bind. Wait for it to load. Then hit OK. Little kitty cat. Here, I'm gonna turn the camera so we can get some cat camera action going on. There we go. Now we will go home and wait. Did I not bind? Okay. Probably failed in binding. Crap. Annoying. So it's completed. Well, okay. How to wait. Missing some options that we should not be missing. There's no reason for them missing, which means the add-on itself is messing up. Yep. Cool. Clean up. Remove everything from this platform. Now I have to select everything all again. And I'm pretty sure the problem was that these objects were separate. So Control I, P, selection. Now I've got these eyeballs, which we will select as well and separate. Tab, L, P, bada boom. Go in here, tab, L, 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 and separate those as well. Okay, fun, fun, fun. Now we're going back to setup. Exit that. That's probably what it was. I initially had a registered object and I registered this one at the same time, which was a mistake. So register these. Perfect. Now you are the main object. These are the top teeth, I believe. Perfect. Upper teeth. Lower teeth. Now, eyeball, right eyeball, left eyeball. Back into the body. We're going here. We're going to select. Actually, we're going to select the body based on seam, and we're just going to hide the face real quick so we can have an easier time selecting all of this. B shift. Just like that. B shift. C, double checking. Everything looks good. Sign upper teeth. Now we'll go ahead and select here, sign that for tongue, and select these bottom ones, sign for the lower. Tab, Alt H. I do just want to confirm that it include whole fucking face in there. Goodness. Perfect. Okay. That should all be good. Now we just got to generate those landmarks again. Thankfully, this is a pretty quick process. Dupe. So that, just tweaking this just a little bit. Yeah. L, R, go right there. Just about. Nice. It's unfortunate because even when you make backups, it's like it doesn't even fucking make a difference because the backup's in the wrong spot. No. Okay. Nice. Okay. Move this a little bit forward this time. Too much of his neck was moving. All right, that looks good. Now, don't fuck up when I click this button. No. What's going on? Eat like this then. Okay. There's not much I can do here. What are you doing down there? So cute. Just try hitting bind again. Find incomplete. So let me animate, please. We fixed it. All right, so you need to remember that one. I can go to bake and then get back to rigging. That's what it is. That's what the bug is. Because in my prior riggings of it, I hit back once and it was stuck on that. Oh, thank God. Frustrating. Because I would have to, I don't know, cry. Sacrifice little Luxa Rooney to make this work. That was a roller coaster. From kill me to now I've identified the Pokemon. Yeah. I think my method of operation now will be like if you encounter a game ending bug, click all the buttons after that, and hopefully the bug goes away. Just double checking all the teeth are working fine. Oh, but I made it. I made it. I mean, that's game dev. That's game dev for you. Just soul crushing bugs. Like, I only put a year and a half of my life into this, and now it just doesn't work. and okay, let's go to job. Job forward, open. Noise. Okay, it's definitely busted. So now we want to go rig back to landmarks. Back into here. Whoa. No, that's right. But the tongue, I want to make sure is not part of upper teeth and is just a part of tongue. Okay, now we check the rig. Yeah, really, we really was. Bind. Hit OK. Load the expressions. Nice. Okay. We did it. We did it, Lex. What do you do? So you're asking earlier if I use Substance Painter all the time, and the mouth here is kind of an interesting workflow problem because, like, excuse me, you could use Substance Painter to bake details onto the mouth, but the reality is, like, all the maps are usually baked AO normals and stuff because the mouth is so packed and small. A lot of those are going to probably be bad. So that's really where like hand making a lot of textures in like Photoshop or something or Blender, baking the details out really comes in handy because sometimes the standard workflows don't really work with certain types of things. So it's just kind of different tools for different parts. Bake shape keys. Okay. And now we're going to unhide everything, and I have my old man backup here. And I kept him around because he has the correct vertex groups. And I want to apply those vertex groups back onto this guy. So Control J, noise. One object. Now we were going to go ahead and believe it's something like, or so there, weight paint, weights, transfer weights, vertex groups, create data. Here's vertex, topology. Enter. That work? Object mode, go here. Scroll to the very bottom or the top. I don't see them. So let's go ahead then and move you to 0. Now you're on top of each other. Now we have both selected, and we're going to say object, or go to weight paint mode, weights, transfer weights, and this time we won't do topology, we'll just do nearest vertex. Place, no. Yeah, place. Find the old man. Now I do have these. Just do them and take a look. See, looks like the only one that didn't transfer was head, but I can live with that. All right, perfect. So head tab 0. Do something like loop, 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 loop. I don't know, something like that. Head sign. Now we're in weight paint mode. Neck looks like that. That looks like that. We're just gonna smooth it out a bit. Yeah, something like that. Object mode. Now, just to confirm, you're already an armature. Nice. And I can delete the backup mesh now. And next we want to just clean this junk. Delete. Unlocked. Groups. Delete these keyframes. Excuse me. File. Export. FBX. Selected objects. Armature mesh. Geometry. Yes. Armature. Yes. Okay. A lot of work to redo that, but we did it. We did it. A little cross-eyed, but I can live with it. I think it's all pretty good now. Ooh! Ooh. If I go cross-eyed, does he go cross-eyed? I can't tell. No, looks like he just stares straight ahead. But he's working. Mission accomplished for today. Get a new character in. Show me the biscuit, old man. Uh. Nice. He came out well. I think this guy is definitely maybe not as interesting as my other characters, but sculpture method definitely works a lot better. Hmm. May go in and it's funny that he kind of goes cross-eyed when I raise my eyebrows. Yeah, let's see. He's got some eyebrows, but quite as much expressivity as I'd like. But either way, that is kind of the end of the night for me. So I'm going to be probably hitting the hay now and just working on this character tomorrow. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Yan Gi, thank you for tuning in. It was really fun chatting with you, and I think Osiris as well, if you're still there. Shout out to you. Hit that follow button. Gotta plug myself. Uh, but I will probably be back on tomorrow, and I think I want to do some sort of D&D stream at some point. But I will indeed, and I do hope that you have a great rest of your day or night as well. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.